This video contains super awesome content not suitable for people who don't enjoy super awesomeness.
Tobey Maguire got bit by a spider, but see, me, it was a goat. If you want space, I hope you take your helmet off soon as you get up to Venus and choke. I'm on a mission, won't hang by a rope, so seeing the vision won't follow the trope. Common a moniker, raising my power level, people sleeping on me, now they woke.
What's going on, world? My name is Kemi Loki TV, and we got my co-host, Cause I Can, and First Lady.
Steve.
What's going on with y'all?
Not much, chilling. What's going on with you?
Man, Hurricane. Oh, we got Big Chicken in the building. Big Chicken, what's going on?
What's going on, y'all? What's good?
Chicken.
Man, it's a house full of people, man. We have a lot to talk about, people.
Yo, what we got going tonight, brother?
Man, and it's a beautiful Tuesday.
Yes, it is.
Live every Tuesday, Wednesday, 8 p.m., man. Tune in with us.
Yes, we appreciate y'all.
Hello.
Yes, sir. So first topic, we have Jay-Z and Beyonce. We sent a letter to Piers Morgan. I don't know. Do y'all know Piers Morgan?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, he's a journalist from like London or something like that.
Yes. So he mentioned them in Diddy's case. So he ended up apologizing. So with that being said, let's check out the videos so we can have full context. Let me put it up right now. Can y'all see the video?
No, not yet.
Okay, I'm sorry about that.
Y'all make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe.
Hello, please comment because we want you guys to join the conversation. Let us know what y'all think.
Yes, sir. I appreciate y'all. There we go.
Well, Jack, you were right, unexpectedly made several serious allegations about Jay-Z and Beyoncé during that interview. As I said in the moment, they were not present to respond or defend themselves, but now they have. Their lawyers contacted us to say that those claims were totally false and have no basis in fact, and we've therefore complied with the legal request to cut them from the original interview. Editing interviews is not something we do lightly at a show called Uncensored. But, like the proverbial cries of fire in a crowded theatre, there are legal limits on us too. And we apologise to Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy to think about it. Like, you cost millions.
Yeah, so he said there's a lady named, let me put her name on the screen. Her name is, what's her name?
Jaguar, right?
Yes, she got a weird name like that.
Mm-hmm.
She had some wild allegations on Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Other people too.
Yes.
Everybody.
Plenty.
Yes. So
Diddy whole thing before it panned out, she told everybody about it and everything just started falling apart.
Mm-hmm. I remember that. You're right. But I don't be getting into people like that too deep because I don't be knowing if they just obsessed or like this is factual, you know?
Well, Tasha K son on her show.
Yeah.
A little, I don't know, but
That was a little hard because I think he's on somebody's spectrum, allegedly.
Ooh.
Her son, Jaguar Wright's son, went on Tasha K. You know, Tasha K don't give a fuck, and the man seems batshit crazy.
Interview your next door neighbor and take their word for it.
So with that being said, let's check out the video so we can do some commentaries.
I was a sex worker. I was a dominatrix before I got my record deal. That's how I know how the dark world and the sex world and the entertainment world run hand in hand. That's why the movie Blink Twice is so important. Salute to Zoe Kravitz. The sex workers that I have worked with throughout the years and continue to work with even to this day have worn hidden cameras. I have my own tapes. I've seen what they do, the ritualistic behaviors, the drugging, putting girls in the suitcases, dumping them in alleyways. It's horrifying. And it's all done under the protection of this is going to be paid off. There's another NDA. This is going to be, it's terrible.
It seems to have been something that a lot of people knew about, but people were simply too scared to talk about.
Everyone knows. And every person that's sitting there trying to act surprised knows very well. The whole point of this, like Cat Williams said when he sat with Shay Shay earlier this year, the whole point of this is for them in a coordinated effort to pretend like none of it is real for the public's perception. But everyone knows what's going on, and it's been going on for years. It's been going on before Diddy. See, people keep looking at him like he's the Sputnik that came out of nowhere. This is someone who was designed to be what he is. We got to stop making Diddies. And if we're going to do that, then we got to go back. We got to go back to even further the mentors of these people. Because Diddy was taught how to do what he does systematically, and Clyde Davis has been his greatest teacher.
Look, Clive Davis is not.
Wow, she mentioned people's name.
Cameron, you stopped it on a very decent spot. You might want to fast forward a little bit because her eyes look really crossed.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, let me go ahead and let me finish playing it. Sorry about that.
You talk about
here to respond to that. Jaguar,
guess they're on vacation.
If this goes to court, Jaguar, do you think the world is going to be shocked by what comes out?
No. Oh, absolutely. I just don't know why they are. It's been happening in front of everyone's faces for decades. For decades.
How many victims?
What's the difference between me and Judy Garland? Social media.
How many victims?
There was none for her.
How many victims potentially do you think there could be?
Thousands. Thousands. I've talked to hundreds that I deal with still myself. I think people should really look into that more. I am friends with Albie Shore. I love him. I love his children. I knew Kim. We used to all hang out together at the Kit Kat Club back in the mid-90s when Diddy was first starting his reign. I watched that whole thing happen. And everything that Albert has been through, every attempt on his life that has been ignored by the authorities, it all leads back to Diddy, and everyone knows it. The wiretapping of the phones, putting AirTag on children during visits. These are normal practices that these people do.
Jaguar, I've got to leave it there. I really appreciate you joining me. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me. And thank you for caring.
I do care. Thank you very much.
Oh man, she dropped names.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you this. Let me tell y'all. You see, like right now, she got the spotlight on her. They're gonna leave her alone, but she will not be alive for too long.
Gene Deal, they've been telling it, and ain't nobody been touching them. Ain't nobody looking with them.
But that's what I'm saying.
So
the spotlight is on them.
I'm glad she started off the way she did with that she was a sex worker, because my next question would have been for her and Gene. The only, and I'm going to relate it to drugs. The only time somebody's going to do drugs around a person is if they know this person does these drugs. For them to
Mm,
be around as many times for all of this extravagant situations to be taking place,
Mhm.
especially Jeannie. I get you're a bodyguard, but like you can't tell me y'all was just sitting up in that and not partaking. I am sorry. I am sorry.
you definitely nailed it.
That's your
So I'm
job.
glad that she said that she was, because I had never heard her say that before. So that was going to be my first question. So with her starting off that she was a sex worker, okay, now this makes sense. Now this brings your story
Mhm.
Uh,
credibility.
Right. So she basically said she knows the.
yeah, she pulled out her own dirty clothes.
Gotcha.
Bingo. She
Speaking by
emptied her
from
own clip.
example. Okay, cool. I can respect her a little bit more now.
Yeah,
Now you can't spray me with my own tea.
exactly.
Like you have nothing if I
Nothing.
give it to you. So I just think I don't know. She gets like I don't know the way she describes stories and stuff like that is it's almost like a Maya Angelou.
Yeah.
I feel like she only got 10% right, and then the rest she make it up.
It's like she reading from a book or something.
Yeah.
She's really passionate about this. So y'all do know there's another exclusive that drops tonight with her and Orlando Brown talking to each other.
Oh my god.
It gets to the point where like I feel like I said, she might be like 5, 10% truth, but really the rest, you
I
just trying
think
to
it's a little bit more
bang in numbers.
credible than that because you see, they sent the cease and desist to Piers Morgan. I
Okay.
don't think her or Jean have ever been hit with a cease and desist because that would
You don't
be
have
like, okay, if I hit you with a cease and desist, that means you're not telling the truth on me. And she never uses the words allegedly. So I
yes,
think she
never.
has a lot more right than wrong. And I think the situations that she's witnessed is so out there and so crazy that even describing them, you're going to sound like a whack job.
Mm,
Mm,
fact.
wow.
And she don't care to
And,
be that.
yeah, and
Facts.
how she tells her story, and then her son, like you guys, whenever you guys get a chance, you guys need to go check out the Tasha K and Jaguar Wright's son interview.
Send me the
When
link.
Okay, I got you. Whenever I go back and find it, because I've seen it weeks ago. But
Mm,
if y'all think she know how to tell a story, she ain't got nothing on her son, boy. She
The
dang.
ain't
apple
got
don't fall
nothing.
far from the tree.
That man showed up in a tuxedo.
I think I've seen it. I didn't watch it, but I think I've seen some like thumbnail.
Yeah, you can tell that apple don't fall off the tree.
Mm.
Mm. But yeah, as far as her, I don't know. Like I said, like we said, Jin Deal and her,
Mm-hmm.
they don't have that much money, and then
And
they in the
it
spotlight
was
them
a
right now.
Deal. It's a clip of Gene Deal talking to Biggie Mama, and she was like, I've been watching you on Facebook, Gene." And he was like, "You want me to stop? Just say the word." I said, "All she got to do is call me and tell me to stop, and I won't say nothing else."
Mm.
Yeah, and
Interesting.
I doubt that anything would happen to them only because there's so many eyes on them right now.
That's what I said. Yes,
And
you're right.
hopefully, if everything that they're saying is true, maybe all the people that would want to knock them off will be taken into custody.
Right.
Yeah.
But she's been doing this type of stuff for years.
Oh, years. Yeah.
So
But the thing is, it was never mainstream
Yeah,
until Diddy
okay.
situation.
Gotcha.
yeah. Did you guys catch Ray J reaching out to her?
No,
Mm-mm. But I
Oh
seen
shit.
him. Yeah, I know. I didn't see him reach out to her. No.
Yeah, where he was all like, "Oh, you going on these white people stuff, giving them money and stuff like that. Why don't you come over here and talk to us, blase squaze?"
See?
She better
Hey,
not go over there.
white
that's
people.
the great
Allegedly, every
tactics.
time somebody hang out with Ray J, they don't be the same.
Right.
Allegedly.
Allegedly
See, that's the great tactic. They trying to like pretty much,
divide us again.
yeah, like come on, man, we cool, and trying to bring her in and to shut her up. Like give her some money, give you some money, sign this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Now
because she
up
did
no
she
more.
did say stuff about him too. She's the one that said that he killed Whitney Houston. He's the drug dealer that gave Whitney Houston the
Like,
drugs that killed him.
Holy
Mm.
shit.
She's the one that said
What?
that. Yeah, she's the one that put that out there. She's the one, and then I saw a video of Ray J leaving the hotel. They found a video of Ray J leaving the back of the hotel all covered up. I seen it the other day. Yeah, she's the one that put out there that Ray J was the drug supplier that supplied her, and allegedly Wendy Williams. Because remember, Wendy Williams and Ray J was supposedly dating for a little bit before she lost her fucking mind.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah. I
man,
remember that little
damn.
stint.
And now you're trying
Wow.
to say, oh, you taking these white people money while now Ray J's all like, oh, come get money with the black community. Don't go over there,
Wow.
Jaguar. And you know
Wow.
they don't mind between him and his sister. They don't mind. Let me shut up.
Yeah. Damn.
Couch black though.
What?
So she be on with the blue couch.
Who is that?
Ain't they black?
Oh, I don't know. This is what Ray J was saying. I guess since Ray J saw this interview, because this is a more mainstream program.
Mainstream, super mainstream.
Bingo. This is
Definitely
Piers Morgan.
mainstream.
Everybody knows Piers Morgan.
Hell
Piers
yeah.
Morgan is worldwide.
Yeah.
He gave you that
So now
nice
that
backdrop back there.
bingo. And it could be because Ray J knows like, okay, this is a credible source.
Force, yes.
You get what
That's what
I'm
I was
saying?
thinking.
You
Wow.
can sit with Vlad, you can sit with No Jumper, sit with all the hoodlums. Please. Nobody takes those people seriously. But you sit
Mm,
with Piers Morgan, primetime TV, like y'all
wow.
said, she got the nice backdrop. This is giving CNN.
Right. And it
Yeah.
ended up like backlashing on him. That's what y'all said?
Yes.
Bingo. You see, they
Oh wow.
sent him to cease and desist.
Yeah,
They didn't
okay.
send it to her.
That's wow.
Wow.
She
That's
Wow.
something to
powerful.
think about also.
She's just as powerful as him, basically.
Wow.
Why hasn't Jay-Z been in the midst of all this? She done did an album with R. Kelly.
Yeah. I hear his name. Yeah, I
Foxy
do.
Brown did what you did with Foxy Brown when she was about 15, 16.
Ooh, yup. Remember that?
Jay-Z,
Leah,
Aaliyah. They
yeah,
say allegedly he the one that taught the videographer to telling Aaliyah to shut up. Yeah. I
Damn.
need to stay off here. YouTube.
I thought
Please
they
do.
at the conspiracies.
Right. We got a fact check.
Yes, we definitely
As
do.
you
Yeah,
can
we don't
see,
want to
all
just
the
throw stuff out there.
conspiracies, a lot of these conspiracies are turning out to be true. So
Yes.
how can we really call them conspiracies? Like
Right.
even down to Orlando Brown, nobody's sending him cease and desist, and this man name drops,
I
talks about
love
what
him.
they done did, give it
Yeah.
a baby, all kind of stuff.
Facts.
That's
And
Facts.
true.
then, okay, now remember what she said about Bashir Gray. Have y'all
Yeah.
not seen what Bashir Gray has been up to lately?
Yep, I have.
They
I
didn't.
have
These
too. I
people
had
are
looked it up.
these people are losing their minds, and this is out of character for a lot of these people, and it's after they've dealt with these other people. So shit's really hitting the fan, and maybe it's time that the dogs have their day, and the underdogs like Jaguar
Mm,
White, who is a slept-on talent who has been blackballed from the industry because she's a talker and all that, and she's talented as shit. She's the one that sings
I
on
have.
the Jay-Z song, Thugs Cry, whatever the song's called.
mhm. But
So I
here's the
had to make the
thing.
song cry. I had to make the song
Right.
cry. That's her singing on that song.
So
She
do
did.
you think she might have been a victim
She didn't do.
Definitely, she talks about being a victim.
of
Yeah.
Diddy?
No, not a video of Jay-Z.
Everybody,
Okay. Okay,
everybody
of
in the
everybody.
industry. Yeah.
Mm.
All the
Wow.
main power guys. But here's the thing.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, the thing about people like her, bro, you have to, in order for you to get to the next level, since you're already a sex worker, just do as they say. Just get to the next level, then you can come in and talk your shit.
Was that before or after she started singing? Just curious.
It
Trying to
could.
get
I'm pretty
I
sure
don't
it was
know.
the same time because
Oh, okay.
she was doing Coca-Cola commercials. She was on her way up
Oh,
until
okay.
like, I guess she fell out with somebody
Yeah,
Gotcha.
and they blackballed
six
her.
one.
And
Said it was the Roots. The Roots, dude.
oh, that drugged her and videotaped her, but gave her the tape.
Oh no, I don't think that was the Roots dude. She said Talib Kweli did some shit too, but I don't know if that's the one who
Yeah,
did it.
they said it was supposed to happen to her, and after she was drugged and raped and put on tape, the person couldn't do it and gave her the tape. Did you hear that story?
I did. I remember that story.
Yeah, I don't know who she was talking about though. And my whole thing is, it's plenty of freaking motherfuckers out here. Come to
Yeah.
South Florida. We will take care of everybody. You don't have to drug and take anything, and especially, and this is what I was really, really worried about with Diddy. I didn't want anything to have to do with kids.
Mm-hmm.
Because once
Yeah, they
it's
trying
there, I can no longer defend you. I can defend you on the thousand things of baby oil. Hell, y'all got a big pool out back. Y'all might want to go wrestling. I can defend that. I can defend the drugs, the alcohol, all that, as long as it's with all the crazy sex, as long as it's with consenting adults. One thing that I cannot
hmm
defend is touching and taking advantage of the youth. I can't defend that. And I love Diddy.
Yeah, the Diddy story, it's so much layers to it. But the
It
kids
is.
part, if you want me to be honest, I do not believe it. They trying to put kids on it, but I don't believe it. Honestly, I don't. I don't know, but I don't believe it.
And if it was kids, I'm pretty sure, and this is just me throwing out a name, nobody get upset with me. It was like Erica Mena, who's like a video vixen at 16, 17, where you don't really know her age, like type stuff that's already out here. Not saying that that's okay or anything like that. And again, I'm just throwing a name out there. But what they're trying to paint them as like sex. But again, you can't make certain stuff up, and the truth is always crazier. And they're even saying that this whole sex trafficking thing even is a reason the ports got shut down, because they said these port workers got tired of hearing containers of kids screaming every day.
Damn, some crazy shit.
Ain't that much sex in the world. Not it ain't, and it ain't that good neither. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Ain't that much sex in the world.
Man, that's a lot. Yeah, Diddy's story is a lot of layers, man. 50,
He's
they
definitely a
rejected
legend.
yeah, $50 million. If they can reject, they don't want your money. If they don't want your money on that level, then you fuck. But that's like I said.
Bingo.
Then again, the kids parts, I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know.
Yeah.
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 Oh man.
No, nobody leaves the game clean. Nobody leaves the game clean. Nobody.
Exactly. Insane. But anyways, we have the next story. We have a guard. She helped a killer to escape prison.
No.
They were smashing.
I think they had to have something going on
They
because
had to be smashing.
yeah, because she been working for 2 decades, for like 20 some years. So they trust her, and then she ended up doing that. The guy was 6'9". She was impressed by a 6'9" dude.
He dropped it. He put it in her life right quick. Let me go on and let you out. Let me go on and unlock these doors for you.
Oh man, 6'9". You know she got nothing going on for her.
He probably flipping them, tossing them backwards, beating up from the back.
Yeah, dude started to let me play this story. Oh man,
Prison supervisor Vicky enter through a back door. Half a minute later, she comes back out with a prisoner. Casey White, a 6'9" giant of a criminal serving 75 years for attempted murder. They quickly leave in the car as police scramble to make sense of the situation. Vicky, a prison supervisor with a 2-decade-long career and perfect record, just disappeared with a dangerous criminal. Police assumed that she was forced or manipulated into helping him escape. But that's when new evidence came to light, showing that she might have planned the entire thing. As a nationwide manhunt began, police would realize the rabbit hole went deeper than anyone expected, leading them down a dark path, ending with Vicky found dead with a bullet in her head.
Vicky, stay with her! Vicky! $5 drinks, $5 bites, 5 free kids to play all night.
I'm sorry, people. Sorry about that.
They did like the mood of it, I think.
It's April 29th, 2022, and prison officer Vicky has just told her work colleagues that she's taking a prisoner to a psychological evaluation at a local courthouse. But something isn't right, as she's transporting the prisoner alone, despite rules mandating prisoners must be escorted by 2 officers at a time. But because of her senior position as a supervisor, nobody stops her, and it would be 6 hours before police realize that Vicky and the prisoner are never coming back. Desperate for clues, police start looking into the man that Vicky escaped with. It was Casey White, a man serving 75 years in prison for domestic violence, home invasion, murder, and brutally attacking a man with an axe. But there was one crime that stood out to police even more. 7 years prior to this, Casey had abused and manipulated his then-girlfriend to a point where she tried to escape from Casey's vicious hands. After they successfully made it to her friend's house, Casey would break into the house with 2 guns and full intent to murder them both. Luckily, they both escaped and survived his vicious attack. But that's when Casey fled the scene and began a series of carjackings across several states, until finally getting into a tense standoff with multiple police officers.
Casey, put the gun down. Let me see your hands, man. Put the gun down, Casey. No. Put the gun down, bud. Hey, put the gun down. Just relax a little bit.
As you can see, the way that lady was walking, you can tell, she got health issues. And then, like I said, the guy might be his, her style. She like people like that, tall guys. You know what I'm saying?
He ain't been touched in a minute.
Yeah.
Criminals do.
Telling her.
I see, Auntie.
Telling her the way she look gorgeous. You know what I'm saying?
I like how you look in that uniform.
You feel me?
Mama went to feeling good. Mama said, I'll break the rules for you, baby.
You feel me? And then he manipulated her. And then this shit goes wrong, man. Oh my God.
So wait, so the first person, so how long did he do for that first crime when he went on the high-speed chases and stuff? He couldn't have did that much time.
No, not that much. I don't remember, but not that much.
So why didn't they give him life after the first time? Did y'all see him shoot through that door with that shotgun?
Yeah, because this is America, man. You got good money, you're gonna get off anything.
It made it seem like she was the mastermind during the preview. I'm saying something deeper. Maybe she was the mastermind. Got him caught up. Oh.
Probably was. And then when the people showed up, he probably felt like she set him up, and he just grabbed the closest thing to him, which just happened to be a hatchet, and just went ham.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's see what happened.
Go get that over to and tell her to watch you. Hey, Casey. Yes, sir. I will get you a sun drive if you'll be still. Just be calm. You don't ain't got no more gun on you, dude. No, you got to fucking out.
It's unusual, but the cops rolled a drink and a pack of cigarettes towards Casey, hoping this would calm him down and avoid a shootout. Miraculously, this actually worked, and the cops were able to move in and make an arrest. His interrogation gave cops an even clearer view into just how insane this man was.
I've been trying to wait just to kill her ever since. I couldn't wait no longer. I had to do it tonight.
Do you regret what you did tonight?
I regret I didn't kill him.
Police now had a clear picture of who Vicky just helped escape prison. But how does Vicky fit into all of this? She works at a completely different prison, and there's no plans for Casey to ever see outside these walls again. Well, 1 year later, Casey confessed to a murder, resulting in him being moved to a different prison. This kicked off a series of events that would eventually result in Vicky's death. The murder that Casey confessed to was a 4-year-old cold case. It's unclear why Casey owned up to it now, but he was able to give specific details that nobody but the killer could have known. And after a short trial, he was quickly transported to a new prison, the same one where Vicky worked. Vicky is 56 and has been divorced for several years and put her heart and soul into her job. She was a model employee and popular among her colleagues, but her life had become boring and lonely. She wanted to change. And when Casey showed up, that's exactly what she got. They slowly began to talk more and developed a connection. They bonded over their shared last name and began to think that they were destined to be together. She started coming in on her days off and was...
Hold on. Give me 1 second. I apologize, people. Let me stop it right quick. Let's give ourselves a round of applause, man. We figured this shit out before we even know everything.
Yeah.
Ain't that what we said?
Mm-hmm.
Man, you see?
Vicky was lonely. Can you blame Vicky? Vicky got needs too.
Vicky, it's a icky. Vicky.
Vicky is a
you nailed the
woman.
story.
Not a
Nailed it.
Poor woman.
Not a
For my man. For my man.
All right, let's check it out.
She might have been cute back in the day.
Yeah, she seemed like she was. All right, let's check it out.
Despite having a great life on paper, Vicky had become enchanted by her feelings for Casey and was ready to throw it all away to be with a dangerous criminal. But how can this happen? Well, it turns out it's not as rare as you might think. Some people are attracted to dangerous people. They know they could kill them at any moment, but feel special knowing that they choose not.
Oh, come on,
Online on Mac immerses you in a universe.
So, on top of that, Vicky had started to feel trapped.
I'm sorry, what you said?
Charles, what's that? Charles Mason, the serial killer. Was that him?
I don't
making
know.
the faces?
Yeah.
I don't know who that was, but if that got your gears going, you need to be locked up. If him doing all that got you going, baby, woo, lock their ass up too.
He's like one of the old school serial killers, like first one of the.
Yeah. As soon as you see them, you know that's a killer.
Mm-hmm. I was like, oh, look, they're playing killers on there while they're talking about a killer.
I don't like them.
In her day-to-day.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Let's check it out.
What type of killers? White?
Yeah, the
serial.
Yeah, the serial killers that kill just the Jeffrey Dahmer type. Now, if you gotta hit yourself, I'm okay with that. But
yeah, if you got a reason, yeah, it's cool. I mean,
what
not cool,
about
but
the Menendez brothers?
But then, oh my goodness, I love that docuseries. But Eric say he on Ryan Murphy's ass because he was a liar. I love the movie. I love the docuseries though. I don't know if I believe. I don't know. I don't know if I believe. I don't know. I don't know. They was kind of.
Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just said they was kind of cocky afterwards. That made it look kind of guilty. Like, wait a minute. If y'all so hurt, y'all 18 and 21, why not run away? Y'all grown. Get the hell on.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, let's check out the story.
All right, let's get it.
Life, and as though she had nothing to live for. If she could make a break with Casey, it'd at least be exciting, even if it did mean throwing everything away. While Casey was serving at Lauderdale, Vicky allowed him unrestricted access to parts of jail that prisoners aren't normally allowed to see, including areas that aren't covered by security cameras. Many speculate this is where the pair were intimate with each other and formed their plan to escape. Even at this point, Vicky still had no idea that this would turn out to be the worst mistake of her entire...
They said Fort Lauderdale?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he had that South Florida swag on. She couldn't say no.
Oh man.
Entire life. 3 days before their escape, they decided to do a test run after Vicky told her colleagues that Casey had an appointment with a judge at the courthouse. Of course, there was no appointment, and they just sat in her patrol car for 9 minutes before returning. But now they know this works, and they're ready to make preparations for the real thing. 2 days before their escape, they're spotted on camera passing notes. It's thought that this was them discussing the final part of their escape plan, but by the time this footage was discovered, it was already too late. By April 29th, 2022, everything was in place, and they're ready to make their escape.
Yes,
As
Vicky,
Vicky
get
holds a
your
senior
man.
post at the prison, she has certain powers that she's about to take advantage of. She arranges to send 12 inmates and 5 deputies to court on the day of the escape, leaving her as the last remaining officer in the prison with transport privileges.
Yes,
She then
Vicky.
tells her bosses that Casey has to be taken for a mental health evaluation. Looking at the surveillance footage, it's clear something was up. Vicky has her firearm with her, something that is strictly forbidden inside the prison walls. She's also walking in front of Casey instead of behind him, showing she trusts him not to harm her. By helping Casey to escape, esteemed prison officer Vicky has thrown everything she had away, and in one pivotal moment has become a criminal.
Vicky's always been a good girl I went to school with. It's got to be other people involved, and Vicky's just a scapegoat.
You
knew her, you loved her.
I feel like if she had anything to do with it, it was definitely love.
Vicky and Casey casually walk out of the prison into a patrol car and drive away to freedom. It took 6 hours before anyone noticed they're missing. When the prison calls the courthouse to see what's taking so long, they're told that there is no appointment, and they come to the horrible realization that Casey has made a break for freedom. To evade the authorities, they quickly ditch the patrol car and flee the state, and the cops now have no clue where they are, where they're going, or how to find them, marking the start of an 11-day manhunt that will span the nation. On day 1 of Vicky and Casey's escape, the cops try to find clues at Vicky's home, but she's nowhere to be seen. In fact, she doesn't even own the house anymore. As part of her plan, she sold her house for extremely cheap. With the money, she bought vehicles, guns, and most suspiciously, men's clothing. This is the first indication the cops have that Vicky doesn't intend on coming back and is ready to start a new life with Casey. Things don't get any better for detectives when the patrol vehicle they use to escape is found abandoned at a local shopping mall. And even worse, there's no surveillance footage covering that area of the parking lot, so they don't even know which direction they went. But on day 2 of the manhunt, a tip-off from her family blows this case wide open, as it's revealed Vicky has been renting a storage unit. Police are able to locate the storage unit and discover that she was renting it with a burner phone. But despite their best effort to track this new number, the cops came up with nothing. But the existence of this new phone is the first solid evidence that cops have showing Vicky planned this all along and was actually a willing participant instead of a hostage.
You get the sense they were actually doing this together. He was not forcing her in any way.
Right. No, he was not forcing her. It was a mutual relationship.
You'd think that this would help the investigation, but things only get more insane and confusing from here on out. After realizing that they're essentially back to square one, the cops return to the shopping mall where they found the abandoned patrol car and decide to comb through all of the surveillance footage from the days leading up to the event. That's when they spot Vicky a few days before the escape, parking a car in a nearby parking lot. And this isn't her usual car either. It's one she bought only a couple days earlier, a 2007 Ford Edge that the cops quickly realized had to be their getaway vehicle. But when police went back to the parking lot and the supposed getaway vehicle was still there, they realized that Vicky had left a decoy. Police had just lost their only clue, while
Hey everybody, this is our new movie.
I know I need me a Vicky. I need me a Vicky in my life right now.
Man? Imagine
Vicky a rider. This is a love story. This ain't no criminal case. This is a love story.
This is not no regular shit, man.
Yeah, that burner phone. Ooh.
Sold the house? She sold the house for this dude. God damn.
What, man?
Oh yeah, he didn't think about all that. This was her plan. He didn't think about all that. He ain't think about because his
real
previous
love,
crimes, he was just like shoot him up, ain't thinking, ain't planning out nothing. She planned this whole thing out.
Right.
That is a real love story.
Right. Real love story.
I need me somebody like Vicky.
It's only 1% of people. Actually, I got one like that, man. I'm tripping, man.
I know that's right. I know that's right. I need me one. Ooh, if Vicky, if you out there for me, my own personal Vicky, hit me up, please.
Yeah, man.
Drop down in the comments and let me know it's real.
Yeah, looking for a
Let me fast forward
Vicky.
the story. There we go. Oh, sorry.
What's going on?
I fast forward. Guy got caught.
That's a best woman in the world right there. Please, that's the best woman in the world. Vicky, I'm so sorry, baby. I'm so sorry, baby. Anybody in this world don't deserve it. She don't. When she herself, it hit me. But y'all ain't gonna blame me. I'm gonna say I killed her. Just like y'all say I killed everybody else.
She died.
Oh, that's him talking.
Yeah, that's him talking. Yes.
Okay, how did she die? You might have to take us back a little bit. He talking and he hurt. He ain't killed that lady. They gonna say he killed her. He ain't killed that lady. That was the love of his life.
Okay, let me go back right here.
A Ford F-150 had been parked in one of the cleaning bays for an unusual amount of time, and he suspects this vehicle has been abandoned. Unfortunately, this is before a search was initiated for the truck, but something's still not right. This pickup truck is far too nice to have been dumped by anyone sane, and the owner quickly grew suspicious. In order to find out, he checks out the car wash surveillance footage, and what he finds will help the cops finally capture their two fugitives. That's Casey getting out of the pickup. And he's acting very strangely. He's waiting for Vicky, and she's in that car driving just out of shot. When Casey gets in the new vehicle, leaving their pickup and driving off, the owner knows they're up to no good and calls 911.
There's a truck been sitting in my bay since yesterday at 3 o'clock. I looked at my cameras and the guy's kind of suspicious. It's a Ford F-150 four-door truck. It's blue in color. It's got Tennessee license plates on it. And I've got him on camera.
The next day, cops arrive at the car wash and initiate a search of the truck.
This is a return to a Dodge? Yep. Yeah, that's fine now.
Did they have a warrant?
No,
with nothing to go off of, the cops quickly leave the scene and the pickup is towed away. It takes 4 days for this vital lead to get back to detectives, but when it does, they drop everything and head straight to Evansville on day 10 of the hunt. They're due to arrive at the car wash at 9 a.m., but fail to show up on time, frustrating the car wash owner so much that he takes matters into his own hands and calls the local press.
So then 9:30. So I get on the phone to Fox News. I said, y'all want a story? Yeah, we like a story. I said, I got one. So I got a convict over at my car wash. I got him on camera. He said, you talking about the one in Kentucky? I said, no, I'm talking about the one in Alabama with the girl. He said, okay, we'll be right there. They showed up. They got there 10 minutes before the marshals.
U.S. Marshals arrive during the media frenzy, and when they take a look at the surveillance footage, they realize they've found the car Vicky and Casey could still be driving, a Cadillac, and one that Vicky and Casey think is completely unknown to the cops. It seems like their days on the run are numbered, but even with the leads they have, they come up with nothing, and the cops are starting to realize their fugitives could be anywhere in the country. But as it turns out, they're closer to home than anyone thinks. Back in Evansville on day 11, a cop is on his way home from a long shift when he sees a familiar-looking vehicle parked outside a Motel 41. It looks like the same Cadillac from the car wash, and he hastily takes down the license plate. The problem is, the license plate of the Cadillac seen at the car wash was never seen, so they have no way of knowing if it's the same vehicle. But they do have the license plate of the recovered F-150, so grasping at straws, they decide to run that through their license plate reader, and when they do, they strike gold. Several traffic cameras have picked up the F-150, and following it in nearly every shot is a Cadillac.
Picture this. You're sitting at home alone watching YouTube videos, wondering why you can't find the motivation to do this.
A Cadillac whose license plate perfectly matched the one at Motel 41 right in front of them. Finally, by sheer luck, the cops have found their fugitives. All they have to do now is bring them in. First, deputy marshals find strategic positions around the motel. They're all in plain clothes and unmarked vehicles, hoping to be as covert as possible. But while the cops surround them, Vicky and Casey are in room 150 watching the TV in horror right as the discovery of the Ford F-150 hits the news. The plan was to bring Vicky and Casey in quietly, but before they get a chance to put their plan into action, Vicky walks out of the hotel room and throws a bag into the Cadillac. She's followed by Casey, and even though they're in disguise, there's no mistaking Casey White's massive frame. Casey gets behind the wheel, and the Cadillac takes off. The cops' plan has been completely foiled once again, but they've got a backup. They're going to follow them and try to box them in to avoid a confrontation, but before they get a chance, they realize they've been spotted. Casey turns onto US Highway 41 and hits the accelerator, taking the cops on a chase across traffic and through parking lots until he manages to make a break for freedom by driving straight through an open field. At around the same time, police dispatch receives a call from none other than Vicky herself, and it gives you an idea of how terrifying this chase really is.
God. Airbags are going on. Let's get out.
A police vehicle forces Casey to drive straight into a ditch, and this pursuit is brought to a sudden halt. But it's far from over, as cops know the pair are armed and could open fire at any point in some kind of Bonnie and Clyde-inspired shootout.
Crash down. Any crash down.
This is sad.
Make it.
Please, check him out. This is my wife. Check him out. Please, my wife. That's a best woman in the world right there. Please, that's the best woman in the world. Vicky, I'm so sorry, baby. I'm so sorry, baby. Anybody in this world don't deserve it. She don't. When she herself, it hit me. But y'all ain't gonna believe me. I'm gonna say I killed her. Just like y'all say I killed everybody else.
Finally, after 11 days, the manhunt has come to an end, and they've got Casey unharmed in handcuffs. But Vicky met a much more devastating end. Just 2 weeks ago, she was an upstanding member of society, an esteemed prison officer respected by those around her. Now, she's a fugitive, laying in a criminal's stolen car, conscious, but with devastating injuries.
Oh, she alive?
Oh, yeah. Apparently.
David, she good? No, she's good. She's still got it in her hand. Yes, she's got a gun. All right, watch. There's medic right here, medic. Oh, gun in her hand. Get back. It's still in her hand? Yes. Yeah, it's in her hand. Still breathing. I gotta break this center up here. Can you go in? Well, I think we can reach in and get the gun. That'd probably be easier in the windshield. Oh, see if it'll open. Good idea. You got cover? Yeah. It's opening. It's opening.
Yeah, so.
You got me? Yeah. You gotta go for the gun first. All right, put me on. All right, I got it.
She's been shot in the head, and Casey claims she took her own life. When cops get a better look, they find her finger is still on the trigger of the gun. Later that day, Vicky was pronounced dead in a nearby hospital. We'll never really know what the two had planned for their life together after their escape, whether they wanted to go off the grid and settle down or...
Yeah, that's a real love story, man.
Damn.
Yeah, she took her own life because
she already knew what time it was. She was a police officer, turned on the police officer, and then for her to even when they said that she had her gun inside the facility, Mama was probably ready to shoot out by that big boy.
Damn.
You stupid.
Wow.
Oh man, we all need a Vicky, man.
We sure do.
Man and
We
woman.
sure do. And you see how he was talking about it like, I love her, man. She didn't deserve that. She was the best woman in the world.
Right. That was her.
She
His
was.
wife. They must have got secretly married.
Hell yeah, she was.
By common law, she was definitely a down ass chick. Like, shout out to Vicky. Like,
rest in peace.
yeah, and for everybody that's going to hop in the comments and be like, "Oh, you're
Let us know
supporting
what you
criminals
think,
and
man.
stuff like that," like, no, I'm not supporting criminals and breaking law. I'm supporting love. How about that?
Yes, sir. By the way, don't forget to like, share, and comment and subscribe, man. And the last story, we're
Let
not
us
gonna
know
stay on
what you
that one.
guys think.
Let us know what you think. And here's the last story. We're not gonna stay too long on that. And with that being said, let's check out the story. It's heated
That was the
conversation.
best story of the year, by the way.
Yes, sir. It's a heated conversation that ends up pretty rough. So with that being said, let's check out the story. He got stabbed.
Oh Lord, that's why I don't argue with people. Oh Lord.
On May 26, 2017, in the heart of Portland, Oregon, a seemingly ordinary train ride takes a dark and unexpected turn when a man begins hurling insults at two teenaged girls. As the train rumbles through the city, fear and tension build as three strangers step forward, unaware of the chilling fate that awaits them.
I told him, you ain't gonna heal, punk. He still wants to put hands on me. Die. Die.
Most of the following footage has never been seen before. It's approximately 4:12 p.m. on a Thursday afternoon when 17-year-old Walio Muhammad and her friend, 16-year-old Destiny Mangum, board the Max Light Rail train car. 5 minutes later, 35-year-old Jeremy Joseph Christian enters the train, taking a seat nearby.
Conflict isn't fair. Hunger isn't fair. Being forced.
As Jeremy makes a phone call and begins flipping through his book, there's little to indicate that he's on the verge of erupting into unbridled rage. It isn't long before Jeremy begins raising his book and shouting. 21-year-old Micah Fletcher confronts Jeremy, forming a physical barrier between him and the girls, who quickly seize the opportunity to flee to another part of the train.
Yes, ma'am.
Less than a minute later, the tense situation further escalates. As Jeremy stands again, a 3-inch folding knife can be seen clutched in his right hand, just before the unthinkable happens.
Get off the mat. Go on and get. You see him. Help me.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
No, ma'am.
Hey, let's stop it right there. Talking about, is he stabbing him? Yes, he's stabbing him. That's the word, man. That is the word, my friend. That's how the world works. It's a world of
You can't
prey
go
and
around
predator.
arguing with strange people. That's why I don't even like going in public places and stuff like that. Because you don't
Exactly.
never know who got it on their chest. They need to find out what book he was reading.
I mean, yeah, honestly, like I said, bro, you can't. If you know you're not gonna do anything, you're not ready to die. You don't step up to a man like that.
Especially pushing them all down and stuff. You
Pushing.
done assaulted him, violated him. I get you doing the right thing, and I feel horrible, but like
You don't come
these
up to people like that.
situations where I stay to myself, Lord, Lady G, call the police, something, because this is not. Did you see how thick that little knife was?
Yeah. Yeah.
And he just took it out so easy.
You got that, bro. You
Welcome
win.
to the world, my friend. You don't come up to people like that. Some people
What
don't
were they
play.
really
They will kill you.
What were they really getting into it about?
It was about two girls.
He
Two
was
young
yelling at
girls. He was defending those girls. He stood like in front of them. You see how it showed the way once he stood in front of him and got the talking to the other man. They got up and moved somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
they were still getting into it. But
So
it's
how
just
many people did he stab? Because if 3 of us ran
Only
down
one.
on you, you should have got all 3 of us. Don't just stab me.
No, the main one that pushed him. That's the one he
he
stabbed.
probably caught one.
Yeah.
Once at the stab,
And as soon as he got me, where y'all was? We were supposed to just go to.
Don't get me wrong. Don't get me
Right.
wrong. You was doing the right thing, but at the same time, my friend, you can't put yourself in a position like that. If you ready to die, okay, cool.
Right.
And he shouldn't even just put his. He shouldn't have put his hands on that other dude. Just
He pushed that man down. He pushed that man
exactly.
down. He probably thought he was Deadpool in that shirt.
ego got hurt, and once a man ego get hurt, they got to show they the tough shit. So
Yep. And then the man seems like he just gotta get out of jail.
Oh, you nailed it, Cammy.
Yeah,
I was waiting for that.
Yeah, somebody you don't play with. Yeah, that's insane, man.
Yeah, he slowing that man down on the floor.
Yes, definitely did.
Yeah, he
So
should
what
have
happened?
punched him.
Is
He
he
was better off
okay?
punching him.
Both of them
died.
need to
He
be
died.
charged.
No,
Both
he
of them
died.
need to be charged.
What?
What do you say, Kaza? No,
Yeah, both of them need to be charged.
you said both of them?
Yes.
Why?
You can't go around putting your hands on people.
Oh, I understand, but hey, I mean, the guy had a.
They had a great reason, and I know
Yeah,
that sounds drastic and stuff like that,
yeah,
but
he
like
did.
you
He
said,
did had a good reason. You put hands on him.
as soon as he stood up in front of the guy, the girls got out the way. So the threat was neutralized. Now for
Exactly.
you to continue to push this man and shove this man, you not saying that you was right or wrong, and I'm glad you stood up for them defenseless
Yes.
ladies and stuff like that. But like you said, if you want to jump in the fire with somebody, you got to be ready and willing to take it there and to know that anything can happen at this moment. That's why I do
Exactly.
not
You
like
nailed it.
arguing with people, especially randoms. I
Mhm.
can't argue with you because I don't know what you got going on, and I'm scary. I'm scary. I'd have been indeed somebody just like that because I'm so scared.
Kaza, you nailed it. So at this point, we appreciate everybody. Goddamn, Kaza, you closed it properly.
Well
Great
said,
message.
my brother. Well said.
Yes, sir. So don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, man. My name is Cammy with Cammy Loki TV, and with my co-host. And I feel like we did a great job today. I appreciate
Great
y'all.
job, everybody. Great job. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Let
Tune
us
in.
know how y'all feel about these stories down in the comments.
Exactly. Tune in every Tuesday, Wednesday, 8 p.m. We're live, man. We appreciate y'all.
Good night.
Yes, sir.